Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What's Up Spidey, and today I'm going to do it for you guys. I'm going to spoil Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I saw Spider-Man Homecoming 2 weeks early, and I've been itching to tell you guys all about the information about the Spider-Man movie since then, because it was amazing, and I'm so excited for everybody to go see the movie tomorrow, or if any of you are seeing it tonight. I'm pretty sure that nobody will be disappointed. Now, the only thing that gets me upset about, I like seeing movies 2 weeks ahead of time, because, I get to the preview before everybody else does, and I'm a cool person and everything and that, blah, blah, but I don't like doing it because I feel like, then you don't want to spoil it for people, and then you're not a part of, like, the crowd when everybody goes to the movies and they see the big movie for the first time, and everybody's like, yeah, and they get crazy in the movie theater, because I'm one of those people that if you go to the movies with me and I'm seeing a big Marvel movie, I'm gonna freak out on opening night. I'm gonna be clapping, I'm gonna be screaming, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing, because I cue the claps in the movie theater, so that's just what I do. But anyway, if you're ever in New York, and we're doing a big movie thing, you could let a girl know and I'll show up. But anyway, so we're going back to Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm gonna give you guys a couple of seconds. Alright, and now I'm gonna spoil everything for you guys. So, the big villain of the movie is, as we see in the preview, the Vulture. Now, if you guys also didn't notice from some of the previews and stuff like that, the Shocker is also in this movie as well. The Shocker does not have a very large role. He's more of a minimal role character for this particular movie, but it was still very good to see him in the movie in the way that they portrayed him. And moving right along, so in the movie, we come across Spider-Man, who had just finished, doing his thing with Captain America, Civil War, and, basically Iron Man realizes that Peter's not ready to be a full-fledged superhero yet, and sends him back home to be, a regular kid again. So he gets a new suit, the new suit that he was wearing in Civil War, and he gets to keep that suit, but that suit's on lockdown, and he's not allowed to use a lot of the gears and stuff that's in the suit, but his friend then opens up the suit for him, and he's like the chair guy. That's what they call him, the chair guy. I could be your chair guy. And he hacks the suit so all the gears and everything are opened for him, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. He also has like a symbiote in the suit, kind of like Jarvis, so it's talking to him and like telling him all the stuff that he has and he can do with the suit now, and it's really good, really exciting in the movie to see that, because what they're doing is they're rebuilding Spider-Man to make him more popular for the now. I feel like a lot of people that are, I don't know, like, if they don't get it right away, they just automatically don't like it, and I feel like a lot of people don't get Spider-Man right away, so they don't like it. And then a lot of people, like, when Doctor Strange came out, oh, I'm not watching that because I don't get it, and I'm like, you have to give movies a try. Doctor Strange is one of the oldest Marvel characters, close to Spider-Man, and it was an amazing movie. And for anybody who hasn't watched it yet, Doctor Strange is on Netflix right now, and you can watch it, and it's amazing. Like, I don't understand why people haven't watched it yet. I love Doctor Strange. Always have when I was a kid, and now I love my Benedict Cumberbatch version of it. It's amazing. Anyway, Spider-Man Homecoming was really good. I didn't like the fact that we didn't have Uncle Ben, but we also have to understand that, this is a reboot of the Spider-Man movies. They're trying to do something different with the movie, and I can respect that. So they have a younger Aunt May who's more attractive, not the older Aunt May, because that's more appealing to the now cast. And it's sad because, I feel like the Spider-Man story itself carried itself very well, and we didn't need to do any of that, but we did, and it is what it is. We can't change it. We just have to deal with what it is now. So Peter likes this girl at school, and the girl is on his spelling, like, academic class, and she's like the class leader, and he's like really socially awkward, which I love, because Peter has always been socially awkward when it comes to females as Peter Parker, and then amazing when it comes to being Spider-Man, which is like, I think Peter Parker is one of the biggest roles of, like, the alternate personality. Like, you know, we don't see that with Iron Man, we don't see that with Thor, we don't see it with Captain America, or any of the people basically on the Avengers team. Like, they're all pretty much, everybody knows who they are, there's no hiding, and Peter really values his secret identity, and you know, he wants to keep it that way because of the people that he has in his life, and he likes to keep his life private, which I can respect. So, and he's a high school student, so you know, let a kid be. So he's basically calling Iron Man constantly and telling Iron Man, like, hey, I just did this, you know, let me know when you need me to come out, to come help you out over there. Hey, I just did that, let me know when you need me over here. And it's really funny because he's basically like a little kid, you know, trying to get Dad's attention. And it's really sad because Iron Man doesn't answer. And then he gets like Iron Man drones that come and pick him up. Like, so when he first encounters the Vulture, because the Vulture is basically this guy that ran into the alien tech after the first Avenger movie, and he's collecting the alien tech, and then Iron Man turns around and says, nobody touched the tech, I'm gonna come pick it up, it's officially under the custody of Tony Stark. So the guy gets mad, and then he just collects it on the down low, and then he creates the Vulture wings, right? Which the Vulture was amazing, I have to say, because they revamped the Vulture character in such a way to make it really cool for the now. And I'm not just saying, like, you know, what they did with Falcon, that they gave Falcon those big wings, and they gave him, instead of him having his actual Falcon bird, the little bird robot, which I thought was, like, unnecessary, but they did it for the fans, so, you know, whatever. I would have liked to see an actual Falcon with Falcon. It's more cool, but whatever. So, you know, he rebuilds the wings, and there are these giant metal alien tech wings, and he flies with those. And then the Shocker is the guy in the yellow jumpsuit. The Shocker has like these fist pumps that, like, you know, when he hits, they run like an electric surge all throughout the body, and that's was really cool too, but his role in the movie was very minor. So they killed off one Shocker, and then there was a second hey, I killed that guy, now you're the Shocker. And it's like, okay, great. So we know that Vulture is a little nutso because he wants to keep his money on the wraps and not have his family know about what he's doing. But his family lives in this lovely rich house because of, like, it's been 8 or 9 years since he's been collecting this alien tech and selling it on the down low. And then Peter runs into it at a house party that the girl that he likes is having a house party. He runs there, and he runs into the bad guys, and he's supposed to, like, you know, pop in and be like, hey, I know Spider-Man, and then he dresses up as Spider-Man to impress everybody. When the Vulture shows up, and he has to go fight the Vulture, and he goes to fight the Vulture, and the Vulture drops him in the river, and then Tony Stark's Iron Man suit comes and picks him up, but it's not actually Tony Stark in there, it's just one of those suits that he sends. Kind of similar to Iron Man 3, where he has all the suits, like, geared up and ready to attack at all times because of his, like, post-traumatic stress from the Avenger movie. And he's like, hey, Peter, don't do that, I have a tracking system in your suit, I know what you were doing, cut that out. So he has his tech guy, the fat kid, sorry if anybody gets offended that I say that, go inside the suit and disarm all the tracker and all the systems that are on lock, and that's when he gets this symbiote, I think her name was Susan, that is kind of similar to Jarvis and, like, tells him everything that he can do with the suit. So then Peter goes to his school homecoming dance, and he goes with the girl that he actually likes, and as he goes to the girl's house, he finds out that the girl's dad is actually the Vulture. And it was just like, oh man. And then the girl's talking in the car about, Peter was here for this, but he wasn't here for that. And the dad's like, really? And then he's like, yeah. And then Peter was here for this, and then he wasn't there for that. And, you know, Peter has this internship with, you know, Iron Man, Tony Stark. And he's like, oh, have you met Spider-Man before? He's like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. And then it's like, basically Peter figures out, and the Vulture figures out that he's Spider-Man. And he tells his daughter, oh, go ahead, dear, go leave, I'm gonna go have a talk with him. And he pulls out a gun and threatens Peter and tells him, like, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna show my daughter a good time, you're not gonna show up around me anymore, or I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill everybody you love, and that's it. So Peter goes to the prom thing, homecoming dance, to see her. And at this point, he's gotten his suit taken away because of the second time he went to go fight the Vulture. And it was on the Staten Island ferry, and the ferry split in half, and Tony Stark actually came in the Iron Man suit to fix the ferry and save Peter, and took the suit from him, and he had to wear his old, like, shitty Spider-Man suit. He doesn't have any help from anybody. Tony's not answering his phone calls anymore. And he realizes that he's going after Stark Tower, because Tony sold off Stark Tower, and all the items inside of it were going to his new place. So the Vulture was going to hack the plane and steal all of Tony's stuff. And he tells the girl, I gotta go. And he leaves and puts on his shitty Spider-Man suit and, like, goes to fight the Vulture. And as he goes to fight the Vulture and him wind up, like, beating each other up to the point where Peter thought he couldn't, like, go on anymore, and then he amped himself up, like, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man, I'm Spider-Man, I got this, I got this, I got this. And he goes and he fights the Vulture, and then he has to save the Vulture because, like, something's gonna blow up on the Vulture's suit, and he saves the Vulture's life, and then Iron Man shows up, and everybody shows up, and he just straight up goes to dip, right? And he dips, and the Vulture stays quiet about Peter's secret identity the whole time. He doesn't rat Peter out because he's like, you know what, that is the guy that my daughter likes, and I can't rat him out because at the end of the day, like, he saved my life, one, and that's my daughter's boyfriend, so, it's kind of fucked up on both levels. So Peter gets a call from Tony Stark, and Tony Stark picks him up and brings him to the new location for Stark Enterprises and the Avengers and everything, and he shows him the Iron Spider suit, which looked amazing, and he's like, you could live here with us. Vision is a hell of a roommate, he doesn't understand doors, but he's awesome. You could be a part of the Avengers and all of it. And he's like, you know what? I think I just want to be a neighborhood Spider-Man, which is, like, the whole point of, like, everything in the movie was that they were telling him, you're not ready yet, you're not ready yet, you're just a kid, don't do this yet. And he leaves. And it was really funny because, Howie and Tony are there, and they're like, oh, we weren't expecting that. And then Pepper shows up, and Pepper's like, where's the kid? I have paparazzi and all this waiting over here. And then Howie pulls out from his pocket a wedding ring so that Tony and Pepper can finally get married. And she's like, I might as well just go over there and tell them that we're getting married, because, it has to be big news, something. And, he basically denies the role of Iron Spider for now, right? But we already know at this point that Sony and Marvel, or just Marvel, already have it in the works that he is going to become Iron Spider. It's the foreshadowing of Spider-Man and what's going to happen next with these movies moving forward. And Tom Holland let a leak out saying that there will be 2 other movies, and that's where we're going to get Black Cat and Venom in those 2 other movies. And I really feel like, this is going to be a really good introduction to the new and improved characters. Well, they're not new, but, like, reinvent these characters and really make them awesome. Like, they haven't done Black Cat yet, so I'm pretty excited to see her character role, and I'm pretty excited to see how they're going to evolve Spider-Man to make him eventually one of the leaders of the Avengers. And for anybody who is not a Spider-Man fan, I really suggest that you go and watch the movie, because you definitely will be impressed. There's no part of the movie that I don't like. Like, it was just a 10 out of 10 for me. I have to say, like, it wasn't a slow movie, the whole time you're sitting there, you're engaged. Like, I didn't even flinch from the screen. I was so excited to watch the movie and everything. And at the end of the movie, we do get a glimpse of the Vulture going to jail, and the Vulture runs into a guy that he knows, and it's the Scorpion. And the Scorpion's like, hey, I'm in here because of Spider-Man. He's like, oh, me too. And then he's like, oh, well, word on the street is that you know who he is. This is like in the extra credit scene. There's 2 extra credit scenes, one right after the first one, and then one at the end. The second one is Captain America. I'm not going to spoil that one for you guys because it's kind of funny and silly, so you should definitely stay after the credits if you want to see, like, you know, the little throw bits that they throw in. But anyway, back to Scorpion. So Scorpion's basically like, word on the street is that you know who Iron Man is, and Vulture's like, you think if I knew who he was, I'd be here right now. It's kind of cool because at the end of everything, he protects Peter from getting messed up because Peter did save his life. I mean, Peter did fuck up his shit, but Peter also saved up his life, and he was a criminal, and he knew he was a criminal, and he wanted to stop being a criminal, and that's why he was stealing from Tony Stark. But your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man got in the way of what he was doing and saved the day. And it also goes to prove that Spider-Man is amazing and can do anything, and I really believe that, you know, the way that they're rebooting these Spider-Man movies right now is going to lead for a bright future for our Spider-Man fandom. I really love our new Spider-Man member. I love Tom Holland. I think that he was an amazing Spider-Man. I think that he's going to do excellent work, and I think that it's really good that they picked a young actor for this role because he's going to be able to grow with the role for the movies. And of course, they have my bae. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man in the movie as well. So, you know, I am all over happy with this movie, all over happy with this new revamp of Spider-Man. I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10 rating. Everybody go watch it tomorrow, or if it's ready tomorrow where you are, I hope that you're seeing it. I think that it's going to blow up in the box office. I think this is going to be the movie of the summer, and everybody's going to be talking about it. I think that this is the next big thing since Avengers, honestly. Like, this is the movie. Like, I don't even know how Thor Ragnarok is going to top Spider-Man right now. It's Spider-Man. Like, everybody be ready, because he's coming. It's like, whoo, Spider-Man's here. But, you know, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna let you guys watch it. You can comment, rate, describe down below, and let me know what you guys thought about the movie. And, you know, after a week or so, I can go more into detail about the movie again, if you guys want me to do that. Also, I have a new thing that's coming up. I think I'm going to try to vlog this. I am definitely dressing up as somebody for Comic-Con this year, and I am pretty excited to see how the costume comes up. And if you guys want to see, like, me building the costume or how I make the costume, give me a like or comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your feedback, because I'm going to try to do a lot more cosplaying this year and see how that goes for me. But I'm really excited for this movie. Like, this movie has actually inspired me to cosplay again and to, like, really get into character roles. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!